Alright, so we are back from town, and this is the Redmi that we showed you in the previous video how to open and get in. So we've gotten our replacement screen, and in this video we are going to show you how to secure the replacement screen into the phone. But first I need to test it before we go any further. And you can see that it lights up. It still has that membrane that protects it while on shelf. But you can see that underneath it is actually displaying. So let's go and secure this onto the frame. I'm going to leave this sticker throughout the entire work process and then remove it after the adhesive has dried. So I'm going to power this down, but I'm just simply going to disconnect the power or the battery, and then this is the fiber for the screen, and remove this out. This sort of produces how you remove the screen. Anyway, having done that, the next thing we are going to do is wipe the parts that we had scraped clean with some isopropyl alcohol, and let's get to that. And clean dip, and then come and wipe, because normally two surfaces that are to be bonded have to be clean. Lucky for me, replacement screens already come cleaned. All I need to do is clean the frame. Now the next stage is there's this filter that is for filtering dust, preventing it from coming in. Let's figure out how it sits in. It came out without me noting the right order, and we earlier on had this frame looking a bit deformed, so we are going to straighten it, press it down on a flat surface, and then hammer this away. But before I can do that, I'm going to first remove the entire motherboard out of the phone, so as to be able to do that. So this comes out nicely. I think at this stage, I think it may be necessary that I also remove the battery and get right in there. Now, usually these pull tabs are supposed to be what helps us in removing the battery, but I don't think I've succeeded with any. But let me try this one time. Let me not lose hope, and see if it is possible for me to get it out. Okay, this is how I deal with it. So this adhesive, when it stretches, it loses its bonding properties. So this is how I should remove it, and in most cases, since they have never succeeded in being removed, I have always just been hitting. But okay, today seems to be working out. Before I used to try to pull it with my own fingers. I think that would apply an even force, so that side is off. I think let me just use this and proceed to the other side, and despite the unevenness. Okay, alright, let's go there and see. If this works, I'll be very grateful, and I'll be certain to always first try this before applying heat, because these batteries are sensitive, therefore shouldn't be left to heat. Okay, that's out. Then I believe this battery should be able to lift nice and clean. Alright, there's always a first time for everything, so now I think I should have faith in them. Now, because I want to bend this frame, what is bent, I'm going to hammer it down. I think I should show you on camera. I was going to do it off camera, but then maybe you could give me a suggestion. On the alternatives, I'm going to use this side of my phone and just hammer it down a bit. don't know whether the noise is too much, and if you guys can hear me. I thought I was wearing my microphone. Let's cover these screws to prevent them from flying away. Okay. Okay. So well, there, this two wants to fly, but I think we'll be well. We'll be all right. So let me just gauge the amount of straightening. This part still has some bit of depression, so I have to find a way of raising one side. Okay, let me try this and then give it a slight blows. Okay, is it something? I think it looks fair, even on this side. So let's go right in and do the rest. Yeah, I believe it's sufficient. Now I'm going to first press down that, and in pressing down that, I will be able to bring the screen into play. But let's get it going. I'm going to have to trim some of this part of the frame that has been bent inwards due to the fall. This person was jogging in the evening, and he met a hump that was unexpected, so he lost balance and stumbled and fell. And that's how we are here. So we are restoring this phone for him such that he doesn't have to buy a new phone, and also to save the environment, because he was already prepared to buy a new phone, but then I spoke him out of it. Okay, so we're going to put adhesive around the frame, and then later on come and also place on the surface of the screen that is supposed to bond with the frame to provide anchorage. So we're going, you might be wondering what adhesive I'm using. This is actually E8000. I think you can get it off of AliExpress, just like that. So that is okay. Now the next is our display. So this was the Redmi 9C, but from what I'm having here, it's marked 9A. I suppose the two share screens. So if you needed to source for the screen to replace this Redmi 9C, or just know that the alternative is the 9A. Okay, that's a lot. Normally that place you have to be careful that adhesive doesn't flow to underneath where the fibers connect to the LCD, otherwise you will lose connections and communication. Okay, so with that done, I'm going to put something there. We'll give it 5 minutes to evaporate a little, and while we wait for it to evaporate, please hit the like button and hit the subscribe button, and keep coming back. We hope to be restoring phones on this channel, getting them to work. Just for comparison, they actually look really like. Now it's very easy to forget to peel this. I think let's take that opportunity to also peel off that blue part. And then there's some adhesive here that allows the fibers sit intact on to the screen so that it's not dangling around. My nails are disappointing me. Where is our blade? So that we lift that out of place. Our blade, so that we leave that out of place. Hope I'm not wrapping now. Where are we? Okay, let me try again. Alright, so that's off. Then we bring this and stick it down like that. Welcome back to Phone Lookout, and feel free to hit the subscribe button. Feel free to always come back and be with us. You'll forgive, this video may be slightly not very audible, in the sense that I have not connected my microphone to it. But while at that, I could first sample and see the level of. Okay, looks like something. Okay, I think I'm not going to wait out all the 5 minutes because my adhesive is a bit more viscous than how the new tube would be. So it's already slightly dry, slightly less wet. So we bring this, that fiber enters, and also remember to fold that fiber that goes into the lower subboard so that it can sit in place. Alright, so we bring and align. So we're going to keep it upside down as we also assemble the internal parts of the screen. Now, since we already removed the other adhesive, we are going to have to use this new adhesive to keep the battery in place. And this one, unlike the other one, you'll have to just deal with using it to detach it should you next want to replace it. So anyway, this is also to show you how to replace the battery, and this is a 5000 milliampere hour battery, so I think this guy gets some good full day usage with more hours to spare after the 24. Seeing that also this phone doesn't have very heavy processor or hardware to consume this battery over the day. Okay, so we are plugging this in there. It's being nice to me by taking forever to get plugged in. I wasn't supposed to plug in the battery before plugging in the main fiber. Okay, now I can plug in my battery and then bring this back into place. Okay, what resistance am I meeting here? What's up? Is it just me or I feel resistance? Okay, no problem. Now we get to screw this back. Oh, there is a certain piece of metal that goes there. So now I begin from the extreme ends. Now those are the essential points of the phone, and then come and fill in the blanks in the middle. Okay, this is also essential because it keeps the fiber plugged in. right there, put right there, and then there. Oh, hit the like button. Feel free to share and subscribe. Always return. We'll be glad to always have you around. So we bring the fingerprint into play, then get that piece of metal, connect it back right there, and then tie it up right there. Of course, the bottom is not to be forgotten. Alright, so I think the back should enter in first, I think, and the rest comes into play. So okay, there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Now I should have started with the charging port, because that's an essential part, but lucky for me, I have all my screws available, so I just survived there. Okay, so next thing is I need to bring this fingerprint. Where I pushed it out, it was impossible to judge whether its fiber is long or short, so that's why I pushed it out before opening. Normally plug in the screen side first, then the other side follows. I feel like I should wipe for this gentleman the data around the camera. Okay, you can see that thick layer of that. This has grown to be there over the years. Okay, yeah, almost always fiber. That's why I don't like going that extra mile. It's really introduces risks, and unless I take them for the sake of complete satisfaction of my clients. So now plug this and then hit the power button and power the device on. So it's coming on. I think you can see right under there. Use of polythene to protect it. Let it come on fully, and then we test the touch, and then do our thread therapy, and then call it a day. Oh, our job well done. Leave this pad on fully. Okay, and just swipe up. I don't have the passcode, so we're just going to use the keypad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so it's touching, and we are good to go as we secure this phone together by thread. So the thread is here, and now we tie this in place. I think you know the reason why I use threads is to introduce tension one bit at a time. Now let me do the rest of camera and then show you how it looks afterwards. So this is how it looks like, and see you in the next video.